Hello, in this video we are going to solve the following problem, Mathematics Olympiad, Algebra, on the topic of functional equations. Determine all functions f from the set of real numbers to the set of real numbers such that 2 times f of x plus y plus 6 times y cubed equals to f of x plus 2y plus x cubed for all real numbers x and y. This problem has been chosen from the following book. It's a good idea to pause the video at this point and give it a try. Okay, usually these problems could be quite complicated, but this is not one of them. So this is probably one of the simplest possible cases. There is no standard way, of course, solving these problems in general. That's why this is usually a very good candidate for Olympiad problems in mathematics. But this one is easy. For example, you can see that let us take y equals to 0 because you know that this relation, according to the problem, is valid for all choices x and y from the set of real numbers. So it is also valid if I choose y equals to 0 and x any number. Okay, so let me choose x to be an arbitrary real number and let me choose y to be 0. So this condition should be satisfied for this pair as well. So then it means that I have 2f of x plus 0 plus 6 times 0 to power 3 equals to f of x plus 2 times 0 and then plus x cubed. And then you see why this was a good choice, because then I have 2f of x and the next term is 0. The right hand side will be also f of x plus x cubed. So it means that I found the f of x that I was looking for, yes. So f of x is equal to x cubed. So you might say that, okay, x is an arbitrary number from the set of real numbers, and I was able to show that f acting on x equals to x cubed, so I am done, and that is the function. But be careful. This problem tells you that, in principle, if there is a function f with this property, find it. So you are already assuming that the function f exists, and you are saying that if such a function exists, that function should be f of x equals to x cubed. So if you understand the line of argument, hopefully you realize that there is no guarantee that such a function exists. But if there is a function with that property, that function should be f of x equals to x cubed. No other candidate will be working, yes? But there is no guarantee that this is the correct one. We have to check. How should I check? For this function, I calculate the left-hand side and I calculate the right-hand side. If these two expressions match for all choices of x and y, then of course this function is acceptable. Otherwise, we will say that, okay, this functional equation does not have any solutions. So let us check. So I will go to the left-hand side. So left-hand side, I have to calculate this. So f of x plus y, I replace x with x plus y. So this becomes 2 times x plus y cubed, and then I have plus 6y cubed. So if I open this, it becomes 2 times x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared, and then finally y cubed. And then I have another 6y cubed. So if I multiply my 2 and simplify things, so it becomes 2x cubed plus 6x squared y plus 6ay squared, and then plus 8y cubed. But what happens for the right-hand side? Let us check. The right-hand side tells me that I have to replace x in my function with x plus 2y and then add x cubed to it. So I will do the same. So it becomes x plus 2y cubed, and then I have plus x cubed. And I open it up, so it becomes the first one cubed, 3 times the first one squared times the second one, which will be 6x squared y. The other one will be 12xy squared, and I will have 8y cubed, and then I have x cubed at the end. So if I simplify, it becomes 2x cubed, and then I have plus 6 x squared y, and then I have 12xy squared, and then I have 8y squared. And now if you compare this expression and that expression, they are not identical, okay? So it means that not because the forms are different, we cannot say that because it doesn't look like this, they are not the same, but it is important to understand that if this is going to be equal to this one for all x and y, so it means that these two numbers should also be equal. It is possible that these two numbers are equal. For example, if I choose x equals to y equals to 0, but nothing else. So in other words, these two expressions are equal if and only if xy squared is 0. So this happens if and only if either x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. So this means that if these two, the left hand side and the right hand side, are supposed to be equal, x should be 0 and y should be 0. So it is not the case that it is working for all possible choices of x and y. So this means that this is on the one hand, this is the only candidate for the solution to this functional equation. On the other hand, it is not acceptable. Okay, so it means that there are no solutions to this functional equation. And that is the answer to the problem. I hope that this video was useful for you. Until the next video, be safe and goodbye. Thank you.